Welcome to the weekend, and hello, changing weather. 67 this Friday, 31 on Saturday, maybe. Temperatures starting out in the upper 20s. We stayed generally at or below freezing Saturday. Got a lot of different details to get to, but tonight and really just after midnight tonight, this Friday night into early for your Saturday morning, we have a 10 weather impact day in effect because of significant chances for some wintry weather, accumulating snowfall, strong gusty winds, and bitterly cold temperatures. Definitely all that makes for a 10 weather impact night and day as we head overnight tonight into our Saturday. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, again, Sunday will be warmer after a very cold start in the teens. The best chance for accumulating snowfall is really overnight tonight and before sunrise Saturday morning. Once we move past 8 a.m., that snow is going to taper off to just flurries and then move on out and clear on out. Saturday afternoon will actually be clearing. So impactful snow accumulations overnight tonight after midnight, generally speaking, broadly speaking, between midnight and 7 a.m. accumulations are likely. And then we're looking at improving conditions. All right, Saturday night, very cold, record lows 15 and 48 on Sunday. So the sunshine returns. Don't forget, Saturday night, set your clocks for 1 hour as we return to daylight saving time. That is this weekend. So I got to remind myself as well, with all the weather going on, different things, don't forget to set your clocks forward. Saturday night, 1 hour before bedtime, and grab about 5 blankets. Obviously, stay warm. It's going to be very cold. Record lows expected. The good news, Sunday we warm up. Look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It gets better and better and better. 60s to lower 70s. So we will warm back up next week. There are some chances for scattered showers. Looks like Tuesday night, Wednesday, and a slight chance, perhaps late Friday, and maybe on into the following weekend. But at least we're going to warm up as we get into the weekend. All right, here are the details. Winter storm warning will be in place from 1 a.m. through 1 p.m. tonight. So basically around midnight tonight through just after 12 noon to 1 p.m. Saturday, travel is discouraged. Significant heavy snow possible in the morning will impact travel and make area roads hazardous, especially roads that are not treated and those back and secondary neighborhood roads particularly. Main thoroughfares will probably see some improving conditions once we get into the afternoon with some of the brief melting with the higher March sun angle coming up, but also the snow will taper off in the morning, so we'll see the sun come back out and a little bit of a break in the day. But still, travel discouraged tonight after midnight and through most of Saturday morning. And even in the afternoon, when we stay below freezing, we could see the hazardous road conditions continuing. All right, so that winter storm warning, again, midnight tonight through about 1 p.m. Saturday. Highest impacts from the cold and the wind, but even the snow, we've got that at a high impact with heaviest snow in the morning. Generally speaking, if we really had to narrow it down, again, broadly midnight to 7 a.m., but within that 7-hour window, kind of a 3 to 6 a.m., roughly. But I'm going to show you the timeline in a moment, but rain's going to quickly change to heavy wet snow between midnight and 2 a.m., and then we're looking at that heavy snow continuing for several hours. We could have snowfall rates of 1 inch or greater per hour. And so, for example, if it heavy snows for 3 to 4 straight hours, and it's 1 inch per hour, you could get 3 to 4 inches in only 3 to 4 hours time. And that's the type of snowfall it looks like it's going to be. So if you want to see heavy snow, you're going to have to stay up later or get up early in the morning. It's going to be tapering off after 7 a.m. to just flurries, and we'll have sunshine in the afternoon. Now the cold. There's a lot here, right? Much colder, near freezing temperatures during the day, if not below. Record lows Saturday night in the teens could damage plants. So yeah, the cold is at a very high impact level, especially this time of year. We've already been warm and spring-like. Power outages, question mark. When you combine the gusty winds overnight and in the morning with the heavy wet snow in the morning, that could lead to some power outages. Now, the winds will gradually relax later in the day, but it's going to be a blustery, cold day. So we have that at a very high impact with the cold temperatures and wind chills in the teens. Again, so travel not discouraged. And basically, if you can just stay home and really stay around your house and stay warm, I think that's the goal for Saturday, and maybe have some fun in it later in the day, but you have to bundle up as it's going to be very cold. Here's our snowfall forecast, and I'll step out of the way so you can get a full handle of this. Again, first of all, the mountains and plateau are expecting the highest amounts, 4 to 6 inches plus possible in the mountains, 3 to 6 inches plus possible plateau, and in the valley areas, 2 to 4 inches. Some modeling has us just a little bit higher than that. So we are looking at the potential for some areas to see maybe a little bit more than that, but we like this range in general as taking a lot of different factors into account. Feel like that 2 to 4 inch range will suffice for most of the valley areas. 1 to 3 inches slightly lower for upper East Tennessee, but still decent amounts. And 1 to 4 inches, we have a broad range, maybe a little bit more of a brief warm nose, impacting some of the totals, at least maybe initially. And it's mainly just how hard it snows for how long. Again, we're only looking at basically kind of a 6-hour window overall for snowfall. And so there's a limited time for how much snow can accumulate, but the issue is during that time, and especially 3 out of those 6 hours, it's going to really come down hard. And that's when the accumulation will be. So that's why we have a range, number one, but that's why there's a variance, maybe a slightly more warming. The ground is warm and compaction, two other maybe limiting issues, but heavy snowfall will overcome a warm ground fairly quickly, especially when you have it coming down at a pretty good clip like it's expected to. Here's our forecast for tonight. Again, late evening and just after midnight, raining at midnight in Knoxville. This is for Knoxville. But between midnight and 2 a.m., rain will mix with and change to snow. And once it changes over, it won't be light, it's going to be heavy. When it changes over, it's going to be heavy. So from that 2 to 4 a.m., it could be really coming down. Between 4 and 6 a.m., it could be really coming down. So again, there's that kind of that 3 to 4 hour window, if you will. This is just every 2 hours, as it turns out right here. 8 a.m., maybe some flurries, but tapering off. Look at the temperatures, 28 degrees. So yes, it's been warm, but cold air is moving in. That's going to help change the rain to snow, especially after midnight. And even though the ground is warm, again, the heavy rates of snow will overcome a warm ground because the snow will start sticking to itself before it can melt. The snowfall rate exceeds the melting rate. That's how you get the snow to stick on a warm ground. There's a 2 a.m. See where the darker blues are? Here, the pink is the rain changing to snow. So that midnight to 2 a.m. is changing. Heavy snow coming down across most areas. And notice where the contours are. You don't see much fluctuation, right? I mean, pretty much area wide, at least for several hours, maybe a little bit more, seeing the heavy snow. Now, that 4 to 6 a.m., still decent snowfall rates, maybe letting up slightly. Notice how the snow is starting to taper off at 6 a.m. on the plateau. And that's what we said. After about 7 to 8 a.m., it will taper off as flurries. There's your sunshine and clearing, at least later Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Then we got to focus on the bitterly cold temperatures and the refreezing. Yes, Saturday night, Sunday morning, hazardous travel conditions are likely because any moisture left on the road, even if we get, we're talking about 2 to 4 inches, not saying all that may be on the road because of some melting. That most of that will be on the grass and elevated surface, right? But some of that's going to be on the road, and any of that doesn't melt all the way or get all the way removed will refreeze and become icy. So heads up Saturday night. Nashville, Memphis, areas to our west are quickly falling. That colder air with the snow heading our way. So there's the rain changing to snow that will continue to progress eastward. So once we get to midnight and just after, again, as we've gone through, that midnight to 2 a.m., rain changing to snow, and then generally speaking from about 2 to 6 a.m., moderate to heavy snow, there's 6 a.m. right there. Once we get past the early to mid-morning, snow tapers off, high pressure builds in. Again, Saturday afternoon we'll have sunshine. It's going to be blustery. The winds will gradually relax, but the issue then, calming winds, clearing skies, the coldest temperatures we've seen, and maybe over a decade and a half. Well, you have to go back to 2009, the last time we've seen this type of cold temperatures that we're going to see Saturday night, Sunday morning, we're going 15. The last time we were that cold was 17 in 2009, but we got to go back before that. And I don't have that year right now for you. I have to look that up. It's been a while. So we haven't had measurable snow in March since 2014. So it's been a while, and this could be decent March, heavy wet snow coming our way. So rain to snow tonight, winter storm warning after midnight through 1 p.m. Saturday, 28 tonight, staying generally cold to just below freezing during the day, blustery and cold. Snow will taper off in the morning. The balance of our Saturday will be somewhat drier during the day. But again, those cold winds. Saturday night, this is the recap. Set your clocks for 1 hour. Bundle up, 15 for the low, but warmer Sunday, and then we'll enjoy a warmer spring break week next week. Have a good, safe night.